Welcome everybody here. African World Traveler here with George, our friend that we met last week, last
On
bank holiday
Saturday.
weekend on Saturday night, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, guys, we met George last Saturday night, just right there by Walkabout. Let me just show you. This is where we met, just by Walkabout there. We were sat there having a chat with Alex. It was Alex,
Yeah.
isn't it? So it was me and George and Alex sat there having a chat. So here we are, me and George. George, you're welcome here.
Yeah.
So quickly tell viewers that haven't met you.
I met Omar on Saturday outside Walkabout. I was doing my business plan and I've watched these videos before on YouTube and at first I didn't recognise him and then I recognised his jacket and I went, I've watched your videos before, and we just started talking and I explained my circumstances about me being on the streets, how bad it is and how I wanted to build my own business, making candles. Yeah, it hurts that no council will help. I get promised someone will call, no one does. And I was born and raised here my entire life and there's no help for my generation. My hopes is I can get somewhere so then me and my partner who can then be together in the same building. At the minute I can't because no one's trying to help apart from my friend Omar, who's trying to get people who were in Blackpool to help. So then I can settle back down and then focus on building my business properly.
Good evening, Andrew. Thank you guys for joining us. We are live in Blackpool by Queen Street with George. We met George here last bank holiday weekend. That was Saturday night. Just right there, right in Walkabout, there where that guy is walking, coming toward us. That's where we met George. George was sat there with Alex, so I joined them. We have a chat. So I promised him I will meet him today. So I promised him to meet him at 6. But when I went past here, he wasn't here. That wasn't 6 o'clock then. But now he's here with me. We sat here together, and George is here. We had some offers from a guy from South Wales. He offered to help George to come all the way to South Wales so that he can put him on a couch. But unfortunately, George is here. From George's mouth to people that are watching, maybe Simon might be watching as well, George.
Yeah.
So what do you have to say about that comment there? You read the comment, right?
I
And
read
you
the
commented.
comment, and yeah, I would like to do that, but I want my partner to be there with me because we've been together 12 years and I don't want to be leaving him down in Blackpool and me going to South Wales and him being on his own because of his illness, which I'm not going to say. That he if he ends up in hospital, I'm too far away to be able to get back up to see him, and I just don't want to risk that. And maybe if he comes with me, then I'd rethink about taking that offer.
Okay. And what do you have to say to people that lives around in Blackpool that want to offer you the same offer like what Simons has offered you, but because of the distance, it's miles away from Blackpool,
Yeah.
and you can't leave your partner. So what is if you have the offer around in Blackpool or in
If someone
Preston?
offers me somewhere in Blackpool, then I'll take it. I'll take their offer. Preston, yes, it's not too far away, but I'd still have to think of his perspective of him having to come with me, because yeah, there's a hospital in Preston. He can then take, if he needs to go to hospital, he can do it in Preston. So Preston's not off the cards, it's there, but Blackpool would be better.
Right. Okay. All right. Going from that topic, from the comments, let's go ahead with your business plan, because I think that really I was interested about your business plan. You know, you writing, you sat there. It's not many homeless people that I came across that had the notepad or writing their business plans. So tell us about your business plan, the idea you have, and what's
My
your business
idea
plan.
is me selling eco soy wax candles. One, it's eco-friendly and will save the planet. That's my main goal. And it's so it'll be cheap on your pockets than the big companies that are selling big candles for a lot more. And they'll be a lot cheaper. And my business plan that I'm writing aims to be making candles and wax melts and selling a whole range of stuff that, like, I've got some
Okay.
I've got some stuff that I'm still trying to plan out and see what I've got to deal with, and sort that section out. But mostly I'll be dealing with making my own candles and wax melts, and be able to do some testers, so then you guys can basically smell them and test them and give me some good feedback.
That's good. That's good. So, guys, it's not many homeless people that has this idea or had this in their mind, you know. So basically, George needs a bit of help for accommodation, and basically, if he can get help as well to start off his business. So go ahead, tell them what exactly do you need. Tell them all about. Don't tell them all about your idea, but tell them what exactly you need. Like
basically, I need funding or someone to come into business with who is willing to. I'm willing to give a percentage of my business when it starts, if the funding comes, to that person, to give them some of my business, so then I can then start the business properly and start it being as basically a success. I need quite a lot of, 1,500 to get it started, and I can basically get it done.
Okay, just to interrupt in there, 1,500 might sound a lot of money for other people that don't know someone just living on the street. They might think, oh, he's just a scam, or he's going to go and feed his habits on drugs or alcohol. But I mean, give us like a rough estimate on a trial base, like if somebody wants to see your job, like knowing that you know what you're
If
talking about
someone-
and you show off what you're doing, to give a sample, like somebody want to phone you for like a sample for a
if
startup.
before we go into business together, I'd give you samples of my work, of my candles, my wax melts. Whoever comes along and says they'd be willing to help me set it up, I'd be willing to give them samples of my candles. I'd be willing to give them samples of my wax melts, so then they know it's not a scam, because I know a lot of people will think, oh, I'm a homeless person, I sleep on the streets, and oh, it's just a scam. It's not. It's been a dream of mine to set up my own business, and I'm willing to give them samples of my candles so they know it's a genuine product.
And it's a genuine business plan
Yeah.
and idea as well.
Yeah.
Okay. That's great. Guys, it's not many homeless people that has this idea in their mind or that has this dream in. Some of the homeless people we come across is they gave up in life. They gave up in life in general. They don't, like, some don't want to be here anymore. So they basically think they are just not needed in the society, which is not true. So I think is their mental stage, is what they're thinking in that moment. But we are all human beings. We're all supposed to live. There's no difference between the homeless and us that lives in the warm house and that. So, but I mean, yeah. So, George, you're saying about samples, about making up the sample. It's all money, isn't it? So, what is the lowest budget you think you can make your samples on?
I can buy small packs of wax for about 12, 13 quid to make you the samples. I can buy little bottles of fragrance oils from the same website to get the samples up and running, so then you can, like, so I can then start giving out samples of my artwork, sort of.
Okay.
It's not artwork, but it's my candles.
Oh, guys, 9 people watching. Can we give it a thumbs up, guys? Can we give us a like on this video, guys? Please give us a like, and you can share it as well. So, George, but the last time you did mention about it's going to be like organic. It's not chemical on it.
No.
Can you kind of give them a bit of insight about how you're gonna make this candle? Because you did mention about soya beans and all that.
Yeah, basically, the wax is organic. It comes from the plant soybean, because that has a wax substance on it, which is natural. And then it's just shredded up, and because of its high temperature, it melts and becomes a liquid, and then basically you can add your own fragrance then to it. The oils itself are all sourced from natural sources, and are able to be eco-friendly, and the candle itself, apart from the wick, won't be eco-soy based, because I can't get them eco-soy based. That has, the only thing that will have the paraffin is the wick. The rest is all natural, not paraffin, and eco-based.
And how long does it last? Like, tell them how long does
The
this?
candles itself will last 12 hours. The wax melts will last you up to 7 days, depending on how many times you use it. And so they'll last 7 days if and if you've not used it in 7 days, it'll still have the fragrance because you've not heated it up with the tea lights, because the tea lights burn out all the oil, so then you'll just be left with the wax.
Right. Okay. Is there anything else you want to add on to that
No.
before we wrap it on?
No.
All right. And what do you have to tell the viewers? How can they get hold of you and that?
Basically, I ain't got a phone at the minute. I'm using my partner's phone when I go and see him. So if you comment on Omar's channel, I still get the notifications of comments, so I can then comment back on what you guys say.
Okay, you can still go back to your help on the housing as well, like how to get yourself housing. Let's keep repeating ourselves till we get the help, till we get the attention to people.
I need
to
be placed in somewhere that I'm close to my partner, and either I'm close to my partner or me and my partner are in a place that we can call home again, instead of being given short tenancies and then kicked out for nothing after the landlord sells the building, and we don't have a choice about it. So anyone out there who knows of any places that are going, please let us know through the comments, and we'll be able to look into that to get housing. Or like if you are able to put us up or stuff like that, I'd be greatly appreciated.
Okay. You said you've been watching us before. What did you first watch on the channel, or how did you come across of us before we bump into each other?
It was actually my brother who was watching you, and he was, before we got kicked out, he was staying with us because he had problems at his flat, and he wanted me to go and help him sort stuff out over at his flat, and he'd played one of your videos, and I was like, who's that? He's like, African World Traveller, and I've watched, since then I've watched all your videos from it.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you. And what did your brother say when he said African World Traveller? Did he say anything good about us?
He was like, oh, this guy is actually quite amazing what he does for the homeless. And I was like, as soon as I started watching your videos, I was like, yeah, he actually is. I've never seen such a dedicated guy talking to the homeless.
So, I mean, did any other YouTuber came and then sat with you guys and chat with you?
No.
No. There's no YouTuber ever done that to you?
No.
Alright. So basically, guys, I'm not here to fund them money or whatsoever, but the little we can help, what the little I can do, I'm doing it with my best of my whole heart, So basically, I think everyone deserves a second chance or whatsoever. Doesn't matter their race, their color, or whatsoever. I think we all deserve a second chance. We all deserve to be in a warm place. I don't think anybody deserves to be in a cold place, man. To live out on the street when it's wet, when it's winter, it's just not right, bro. If I have a bigger house, I will definitely put him in. But unfortunately, I'm on a flat. I'm in a studio flat myself, People are living on a 3, 4 bedroom, 5 bedroom house. So people like George, look at him. He's neat and clean, man. It's not like he's messy, anything. He could be in your place, in your spare room, He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. No, he smokes, but he doesn't take drugs. So people like him needed the help, So basically, if anybody here that can help, please, reach out to him. I wanted to go directly to him. Basically, I work full time. When I met George was last Saturday, bank holiday, on my way to work. That's how I met George. just by walkabout. You know, we just in Queen Street here. So I promise him today I will come and meet him, and then we'll have a chat. And then basically, if anybody's here to help, you know, do so. I mean, there's people writing they've been homeless themselves. And there's people that's been homeless. Either you've been on the street or not. Homelessness doesn't not mean just you gotta be on the street. Some people are too shy. They are ashamed of coming out the street, say that I'm homeless. Some are hiding it, you know. Some are not so in debt. But here we are. I mean, if I can feed George every day, I will do so. But whenever I'm out here, if I can, I will definitely take him to McDonald's or take him to any takeaway places here. There's so many takeaways. I could take him. It's not going to cost me more than a tenner. How much do we spend at home? How much do we waste, you know, in the weekend? It's a lot of money we waste. But anyway, we all entitled to have fun. We all entitled to have a quality life. We all deserve it. If somebody on the floor doesn't mean it's the end of them, you know. So, and George got a business plan. George got a business plan. George can make candle. He can make candle that can last for how long?
12 hours.
12 hours. Candle that can last 12 hours. And the scents can last about, a week?
It's wax melts can last for a week.
A week, yeah. So can you imagine? So people like George need like a second chance. They need a help. And basically, it wasn't his fault he got kicked out. Tell them how you become homeless.
I became homeless because of the landlord selling the building underneath us. And they then gave us notice to leave the building. But they then gave my partner a month to leave. And they gave me a week to leave. And that's how I became homeless.
Okay, and guys, I haven't got a PayPal or anything set up or a GoFundMe or whatsoever. But if anybody is willing to help George in anyhow, please do so. You know, George, he's got his business idea as well. You know, he need a lot of money to start the idea, but he can start a sample for like cheap as 100 and something quid. Is it 100 quid?
50 something for the wax,
Yeah.
and then small bottles about a tenner
About
for the oil.
So basically, £100 will do.
Yeah.
So guys, £100 can start George getting a sample out there, and to prove to us or to prove to people out there he can do it. So it'd be good, like, yeah, if we can raise, or I don't know how though, but basically I can't do everything myself. I really want to help the homeless people, especially George. But I mean, I work full time. I can't do everything by myself. It'd be good if I can have a partner as well, somebody who can come on, maybe we can organize some funding. I don't want to be responsible in that way. I don't want to, you know, I don't. But if anybody want to help George in anyhow, I'm not sure. There's a lady that helped John before. John, yeah. Homeless John, and donated £15 for John. Even though I know I might get, you know, YouTube will get their cuts on that. But I still gave John the 15 quid. If anybody want to do the same as well, you're welcome. You can see me live handing the money or whatsoever. I don't want to be dealing with that because I know obviously it's going to show on my YouTube and all that. Basically, everything going to show. Like, obviously, we have to pay tax at some point. It depends how much we earn. It's not like I'm earning much. I'm not earning much. It's not even going to cover my... it doesn't even cover my phone bill, actually, what I'm earning at the moment. So I know I've been monetized, but my monthly earning or after YouTube pay me or whatever, or Google AdSense, I don't get much. It doesn't cover even my bill or my internet. But I try my best. The little I have in my pocket or the change I have, I don't mind feeding the homeless or feeding George and others that I feel like they're genuine. If you're homeless, it doesn't matter if you're not homeless or whatever, if you're just there hustling for the day. I don't mind feeding people. If you're hungry, I don't mind buying you food, but I'm not going to give money to anybody. Not to anybody. I think I gave John once to top of his electric once, but it's a one-off. Sometimes things can happen. But guys, thank you very much for watching, and thank you for supporting. And in another way around, guys, if you keep watching my video and sharing my video, if I earn enough to cover my internet bills or my phone contract or whatever, I don't mind. I don't mind giving out extras to people like George. You know, So in a matter of supporting the channel, sharing the contents, I'm not here for the money. I mean, I work full time. My full time wages pay for my bills. My full time wages pays for my living or whatever, my traveling or whatsoever. Nobody's funding me. Nobody's giving me nothing, and YouTube is not even paying me enough. You know, it's basically. I'm gonna share it. Actually, I'm gonna share it. It's been like what? How many months now? No, it's been a year since I opened this channel. But since I've been monetized, it's not even 7 months. So I'm gonna share everything from the day one when I started earning. I think my first earning was 27 quid. Drug addict lost that. Okay. So okay, George is not drug addict. He smokes, but he's not an addict. George, you can say that yourself.
No, I'm
Somebody
not even a
mentioned
drug
it.
addict.
You never use drugs.
I've
in your
never
life.
used drugs in my life.
And you don't even drink now,
No.
are you? And George doesn't even
never
drink.
drank.
He never drank, never.
No.
Wow. So you're the first person I met that never drank. I've never drank myself. I never drink, you know. I never drank in my life. Okay. So George is a genuine. I believe. I have a good feeling and I have faith about that, guys. I had a phone call. So unfortunately, guys, I'm using my main phone to go on live stream on here. So I just wanted to show people. I don't just go and meet homeless people and give them a false promise. This is just to show you that if I promise I will do something, I will do it. This is the reason why I came, and then I got this person calling me something urgent. So I will leave you guys for now. And George, what's your final message for now?
Please, anyone out in Blackpool, help me, please.
So what help? Tell them again, because people might be just joining. What help do you need now?
Help getting my house. Help sort my business idea out and my business plan out, and anything you can sort will be greatly appreciated.
So let's go back about this. If somebody got a spare room, they want to put you in a spare room or a couch in Blackpool,
Yeah.
you're willing to go and take it?
I'm willing to take it.
And promise you're not gonna do anything like because anything you do.
Drugs, I don't do anything.
Because the last thing the listing people want to do is put it in and then something gone missing or something.
No,
happens.
I'm not a thief. I'm not. I don't go and rob off people who help me. Never have, and I always respect the people that help me.
So guys, there's a lot of people here watching. I would love to stay with George for the whole night, but unfortunately I'm fasting. I need to go and break my fast, and somebody else is calling me in here. They called me twice. I need to go. Hopefully I will meet up with George again soon. On my next day off, I will try and meet George again. Hopefully we'll get help for George. We don't want George to be on the street. He doesn't deserve to be on the street. He at least deserves to be in a couch. I'm sure somebody got a couch that they don't lay on. I'm sure somebody got like a place they can put George in, like a spare room. So please guys, reach out for George. Let's try and get George out of the street. Let's George be the first person to be off the street from this channel, from the help of whoever from off this channel, guys. This is what I'm appealing to everybody or to any of my subscribers who has a 3-bedroom or 2-bedroom spare bedroom they're not using. Please, let's do this. Let's make this. Let's do this, guys. George, you want to say a final goodbye? I'm going to end this.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
We're going to say goodbye, me and George here. So stay blessed, guys. African World Traveler here to show you guys the real